I figured I was going to get milked at some point. Didn't figure it would be now.
So, uh, I know you in like our like little friend group as like the ghosts and the paranormal guy. So I wanted to hear more about like your like relationship to like the paranormal and ghosts and stuff like that.
Okay, so I'm going to be really honest. I have like everything that I have experienced is kind of just like it's kind of like one off, you know. Like it's like how do I explain it? It's like one thing will happen and it won't happen again, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
was that really paranormal or not? But like there's times where it's like, how did that happen? Like there's no possible way for it to happen.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can like reshare some of my like things that I've had happen to me. If like you guys, if like people want to hear them, if you guys want to
No,
hear them.
yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
please do.
All right, so I'd say like the most like shocking thing, or like the most, I'd say like just unusual thing to happen. This was like years ago, like back when I was like still in school, so like a long, long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my like I was at my mom's house at the time, and there's like three floors, so like the basement, middle, and then like the upper bedroom part. And I was in my bedroom. My sister was in her bedroom. I don't know where my dog was, but I think he was either in with me or my sister. But like we had a dog at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, I just heard this loud thud, like on the steps. It was like like loud, like
Yeah.
extremely loud.
Yeah.
So I got up and like I saw a painting at the bottom of the steps,
Hmm.
and I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So I go down and like obviously like I'm not going to be like, oh my god, that's a fucking ghost right away. Like
Yeah.
no one does that. No one does that if they're like they got common sense.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I just try to like figure out, okay, like what could have possibly happened. The hook could have came out. The freaking thing on the back could have popped off and meets a new one. Whatever the case may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just examining it, and the nail is still on the wall. The thing that on the back is still on the thing. It's like it's not broken, and like the only way for it to come off is if like you lift it up and then put it away from the hook. So it's like you like it's like that. The painting had to have lifted up and then fallen over. It can't. You can't take it off any other way.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was like pretty. That was pretty intense. But like I said, it's like it's unclear to me what really happened. But like all I know is like that just shouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Oh, yeah.
I still like believe in like the paranormals and stuff. Like I don't see a reason why not to believe it. If I'm being honest, because like, I do watch a lot of ghost hunting shows,
Oh
and
yeah.
like I know like it's all there's like TV and stuff like that, but like they're really interesting, and sometimes I find it hard to believe that they're faking it. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
there's just some parts where it's like, yeah, he could have faked it, but how though? Like how like the lengths you got to go to fake something like that is almost it's almost like you got to be a master of like CGI and
Mhm.
rig of like pulling rigs and stuff like that. And I don't know, but like I watch a lot of ghost hunting YouTubers
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like they're like more genuine with like the paranormal exploration,
Mm-hmm.
and genuinely like they're only like three guys max, so they're like not a big film crew.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it makes it more believable. And honestly, I can't even like the evidence they capture is usually pretty good too.
Hmm. Is there like a ridiculous like experience on a TV show, on like a ghost TV show that like sticks out as one that, and you're like, oh nah, no way, man, that's totally fake. Ain't no way that that woman rose from her bed, did a backflip, and now she's gone.
Literally all of the scary movies. Um, I like obviously I think like the big ones that can be easily like debunked are like the voices because it could be easily be something else.
Yeah.
Like it could be easily some just like whispering like unknowingly that they're whispering. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like just like in that moment, like or something like that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to fake it, visual anomalies are like the hardest thing to fake because you either like the idea is like you have the cameras lined up perfectly. Like there's like it's in a clear view. It's that cliche of it's in a line of sight. You can see everything, but yeah, there's some things that can be explained, but it's like for me, some things are just like you. There's no way to not unhear or see that.
Hmm.
Basically,
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel about like the paranormal and stuff, but like or the spirits or
Well, I have one or two, like I have like three kind of like small things that are just kind of like stupid, like two of them are, but yeah, when I was like, I don't know, maybe just a little kid, 5, 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there. Um and I don't remember this, but apparently my mom told me that I told her that I saw like one of my like older family members that had passed away like on the floor playing with my toys, and like I had like told her about that, like, hey, there's great grandpa down there, and she's like, there's no one there, but I don't remember that. But yeah, apparently that happened. And then in like elementary school, third, fourth grade, I went over to a friend's house who actually lived right across the street from the elementary school. And the elementary school is like, wow, it's like 110 years old now. But like at that time, it was well, it still is. The town that's in is kind of like a ghost town in a way. There's like coke ovens and like rail car races, and one lady died one year, and just a bunch of like creepy history with that place. And one time I was at my friend's house for his birthday, and we're like running toward the school to use the playground in the back. And we're like peeking through the we're like peeking through the windows of the school, and we see this chair like fly across the hallway, and it's closed, it's on the weekend, it's way after hours, it's like 5 or 6 p.m. Like, why would anyone be there? So we're like, that's a ghost. So yeah, there it is. And then when we go back home, you know what, I'm gonna actually include this part. So my my friend had to use the bathroom, the birthday boy, so to speak. So he had to use the bathroom, but his parents had left and like locked the house. So what do? You grab a pile of leaves and you go in the front of the school behind the bushes, and you take a number 2 right there in front of the school. So that's what he did. They had like these like big like concrete like burials almost like right in front of the school, like in between like the school and the bushes. There's like these big pits, and he like took a dump right there in those pits, and then yeah, there it is. So anyway, later on during the night, we're back at his house, and we're watching, I think it was like the Green Hornet with Seth Rogen, and then somehow the fridge just like opens up on its own, and we're all like, keep watching my movie. Gonna ignore that. So, so yeah, that those are probably like the most like close to paranormal experiences, I would say. Maybe there's like one or two other like small ones that have happened that I can't think of, but those are the ones that come to mind. As far as like if I like believe in it, I don't know. I believe that there's like some kind of like energy that people have and like leave behind if they pass on, and that like a chill and like a warm day, that's like I think that like a chill, like for me personally, is like a double meaning for like ghost. So like, I mean, that's just kind of how I feel about it. It doesn't really like matter to me if like they are like real or not, but that'd be cool if ghosts or the paranormal like being is. So yeah.
Yeah, so I personally have never had a paranormal experience, but so background, I grew up very small Christian community, everyone went to church, all that stuff. So I think at a certain level, if you believe part of, Christianity and, God, and you have to believe in the inverse, you have to believe in the devil, you have to believe in, when people pass on, there is some, call it an ethereal spirit that passes on to, the next world or heaven or hell or however you want to say it, purgatory, however you want to say it. So I would say personally for me, I do believe part of it. I believe that there has, believing in God as I do, you have to believe in the other part of it. I don't think there's any way to separate the two of them. I think that's stupid to try to say, there's a God, but there's not ghosts and devils. And, but what I will say is I think there's a certain point of, everything in our culture that's been bastardized down to a horror movie, a horror flick, or ghosts, or, possessions, or like, this, the, like Riley was talking about, a lady flipping in the air being possessed by, a demon or a devil. So I would say, like, I think that at base level, yes, it's true. I don't know to what point, if you want to call them ghosts or spirits, or I think it's probably more likely that, they're spirits, and maybe, maybe there's times where these spirits can be vengeful spirits and reach through the, call it a veil or whatever you want to call it, and maybe cause disturbances. I personally have never had that, but my mom, who is a very Christian person, I remember as a young kid, her telling me, well, I don't remember the context. I should, maybe I'll ask her, but I remember her saying specifically, like, I hear things, or like I feel a presence, and I think she was asking me if I felt it too, if I remember right. And and I didn't think too much of it as a kid, because it's just something like, well, okay, but I've reflected on that, and I guess this is a question I will open up to you two is, well, do you think that it's right place, right time, or do you think certain people are more likely, or maybe more receptive to a spirit or a ghost? Because from my experience, I have never seen that, but I've been around, my mom and a couple of other people in my life that have. I think that certain people are more, closer to spirits, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I was just wondering what you guys thought.
Yeah, I would agree with that actually, because my mom is very much the same way. How she gets like energy from different people, and then that energy actually does come to fruition when they act a fool or whatever later on, and then she's like, "See, I knew it." So
Yeah.
yeah, just like stuff like that. But and like my grandma's kind of the same way too. So yeah, I think that like that kind of stuff just kind of goes to certain people. Why it seems to mostly be women, I don't know, but that's just how I see it.
We're too busy arguing about Call of Duty. That's why.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, for me, I'm not like spiritually in tune like that. Like I'm not being like, oh, I can see dead people everywhere, every waking moment of my life. No, but like I do think like some of it is like you got to be in the right place at the right time. And I mean, like, look at like Alcatraz. It's like reportedly one of the most haunted buildings, like one of the most haunted prisons in America, based on just like what went on, like the amount of energy that every person in that prison had, including the guards. And it's just like, you know, you go like no one just goes to Alcatraz. You do gotta like take a tour there too. So it's like I feel like if you go to any like well-known haunted places or places that people say, oh, like I don't know if you heard about this one, but like the Waverly Hills Sanatorium is like it's like a tuberculosis hospital, and apparently it's like one of the most haunted places in the world, basically, and a lot of shit goes on down there. But I can't say it because I haven't been there. I can only just go on what my experiences are.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Like I said, I think like 90% of it, 90% of our perception is what we've seen in movies. You know, I think, you know, if you're focused on something, you might, you know, you're going to feel this way or you're going to see that. That's my personal opinion. Having not had such an experience, I mean, maybe there's things, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like personally, again, I don't know like to what extent a lot of this has been like passed on, like folklore, for instance. You know, I was watching this video about about skinwalkers the other day, and you know, that's a whole nother rabbit hole we could go down another time. But what they were saying is, you know, part of the theory behind them was by the adults telling children to not act out and to stay close, and you know, not to do all this stuff. Well, that, you know, that's okay, but like, why are we still talking about them? You know, if it was truly just folklore, why are we still talking about them 200 years later? Like, I think there's something there. And like, Skully, getting back to what you were saying, you know, I don't think everyone can fake it. Like, I don't think every YouTube channel, I don't think every TV show, that's a lot of work to go to. You know, you could make easier content than going through all these visual effects, and like, unless you're purposely just trying to trick people, like I think that's a lot of work to go to for a little bit of money or a lot of money, you know. But
I mean, like even if you're just trying to trick people too, like what you said, like if you were going to fake a video like that, the amount of effort you have to like stage everything perfectly, so that when 15 minutes rolls around and there's supposed to be something happening there, like you know what button to press or what string to pull, but like no one, like in that moment, you're like, no one's going to be thinking about that if you're in that moment. You know what I mean? Like no one's going to be thinking, oh, you're pressing a button or you're pulling a string. You're just watching the video.
Voor de Geneverfeesten?
Wel, we gaan er vandaag vanuit dat evenementen zijn die terug zullen kunnen doen.